Here is my list of the 17 best arcade games to win tickets. Remember that this is just my opinion. Some people are better at certain games and others are better at others. A lot of these games take a lot of skill, so you have to be good at them to win tickets. Other games have a secret timing method or take a lot of luck to win. I will link a strategy guide for all of these games in the description below. If you want to go into more detail about how to win these games, you can look there. Most of these arcade games can be found at Dave & Buster's. They are ranked from best to worst, and I'll start with all the skill-based arcade games, as if you're good enough, you can win a lot of tickets. The number one arcade game on my list is Down the Clown. It's a carnival-like arcade game that has been around for years. It is one of the most skill-based arcade games. Your goal is to throw red balls to knock down the clowns to score enough points to win the jackpot. It sounds easy enough, but it will take a lot of practice to be able to throw consistently to be able to win. There is a strategy of prioritizing which clowns you hit to maximize the amount of points that you can win in the 20 seconds that the game gives you. Skilled players can win the 500 ticket jackpot multiple times in a row every day. This makes Down the Clown a must-play if you are talented enough to get over 500 points consistently. The next ticket redemption game is 2-Minute Drill. You get a bunch of footballs and need to be accurate with your throws to hit the targets. There are 3 holes in the back of the arcade machine, along with additional targets that pop up on the side randomly. This football arcade game costs a little less than the average game at Dave & Buster's, though the jackpot is only 250 tickets. The usual score to beat starts at 500 points. Just like Down the Clown, 2-Minute Drill lets you win the jackpot multiple times in a row if you are skilled enough. There are videos of really talented players who can score 20 jackpots in a row, which is a whopping 5,000 tickets. Of course, it takes a lot of practice and experience to consistently get the jackpot on 2-Minute Drill, but it makes the list of one of the best ticket redemption arcade games because there is hardly any luck involved. If you play well enough, you can win a ton of tickets. If you are good at beanbag toss, then you should have a good start playing Tailgate Toss. Your goal is to score enough points to win the jackpot by throwing beanbags into 3 rotating holes. The main strategy is to not just score as much as you can. You need to hit the same color hole 3 times in a row and then aim for another color for 3 times in a row. This will maximize the amount of points you can get in the 22 seconds that you have. Another quick tip for Tailgate Toss is to be on the lookout for lower high scores. The high score resets in the morning, so it should be easier to win then. Like all the other throwing arcade games on this list, it'll take a lot of practice and muscle memory to win the jackpot. Skilled players can stack the jackpot and win multiple times in a row. The stacking of jackpots is an important factor in these games, making them high on the list of best games to play for tickets. Hyper Pitch is a newer ticket redemption arcade game. The goal is to not only be accurate, but also throw as fast as you can, which makes it tons of fun. The game records how fast you throw in miles per hour. You get 3 throws to get above the high score in order to win the jackpot. The jackpot starts at 500 tickets, but increases throughout the day, so it can be higher. Hyper Pitch is especially nice for people who have played baseball and already have the skills to throw super fast and hit a target. You can also stack jackpots on this game if you throw fast enough and accurate enough. Milk Jug Toss is the last skill-based ticket redemption game on this list. You need to throw 5 out of 5 balls into the milk jug to win the 500 ticket jackpot. Winning this arcade game sounds and looks easier than it actually is. It is hard to consistently get all 5 balls into the jug. Luck is much more involved with how the ball will bounce off the back wall or on the floor of the machine. There are some throwing strategies that can help you win though, like bouncing off the back wall or even bouncing it on the ground first. Of course, the reason Milk Jug Toss is on the list is because it is possible that you can keep winning jackpots one after the other if you throw perfectly. There are videos of players doing this that you can find easily online. The next section of games on this list are more luck-based games, but a lot of them have a timing trick that can help you win consistently. Tower of Tickets is one of my favorite arcade games to play. The jackpot on Tower of Tickets is one of the biggest, with a whopping 1,000 ticket puck that you can swipe. It is also pretty consistent to win if you know the right timing. You can learn about this timing trick in the link in the description below, using the Tower of Tickets strategy guide. The Dave & Buster's location that I play at recently got rid of Tower of Tickets. I'm sure other locations have it, but I've seen it at local arcades besides Dave & Buster's. There are tons of pucks in the machine with different ticket values. The next biggest ticket amounts are 750 and 500 ticket pucks. Usually you can only win once per visit, as the machine changes the timing up after you score the first puck. Quik Drop is another one of my favorite arcade games to play. The point of Quik Drop is to drop all 50 balls into the rotating buckets without any balls missing. The timing needs to be perfect and there's potential to win a ton of tickets. Quik Drop does take a bit of skill to beat, though as you can read in the guide below, there's a trick where the game gets easier to win if the jackpot is above a certain ticket amount. When the game is in this easy mode, you can drop 4 balls into each bucket and win, compared to having to try to make 5 balls, which is pretty difficult, but doable. You can win the jackpot every time by knowing the right timing pattern and when the game is in this easier setting. The problem is that you can really only get the jackpot once. Then you'll have to wait until it gets easier to beat again. Also, if your goal is to win the jackpot, you can only really play Quik Drop when it is in easy mode, so it might not be ready that day that you decide to go to Dave & Buster's. Gear It Up is an underrated ticket redemption game to consistently win tickets. Gear It Up is a game where you have to time your button presses to move a ball up a set of gears. If you can get it to the top of the machine, you can time a wheel spin to have a chance to win the jackpot. In this game, it is possible to win at least 100 tickets every play, no matter what. The jackpot has a maximum ticket amount of 500 tickets. The jackpot can also be easily won when it is ready if you know the right tips and timing. Gear It Up has some timing tricks that allow you to always beat the first 3 gears and get the ball to the top of the machine. Once there, you can again time your button press perfectly to win tons of tickets. Check the guide below for this timing trick. In the arcade game Monster Drop, there's a potential to win so many more tickets than any other game. It also takes a lot more luck. Just having the chance to win the monster jackpot is what makes this game so addicting to watch your ball bounce everywhere inside the machine. A bouncy ball drops from the top of the machine, while holes spin around at the bottom that have different ticket values. There's even a chance to release multiple balls at once with the bonus ball slot. The monster jackpot hole, which starts at 1,000 tickets, sits in the middle on a raised pedestal. It is almost impossible to aim for this spot or get the ball to roll on top of it, though the monster jackpot is the most tickets you can win at the arcade. Getting the normal jackpot on Monster Drop is much more realistic, especially with another timing hack that helps you drop the ball right into the jackpot slot. This trick can be found in the guide below, along with other tips to give you the best shot to win. Spin Out is a spin the wheel game where you get however many tickets that the arrow lands on. It seems like it's similar to Big Bass Wheel or other arcade games that are completely random, but there are ways to time your button press and spin out so that you can get more tickets than the average random spin. Having knowledge of this timing trick lets you always land one arrow on the 100 ticket slot. The multiplier arrow is almost impossible to control where it lands, so you can get at least 100 tickets on every play, with the possibility of getting the multiplier even higher. You have a chance of landing on the 10 times multiplier and winning 1,000 tickets. This is another game that is underrated. You can consistently get at least 100 tickets, though it does have a higher cost at 10 chips compared to the average cost of 6.8 chips at Dave & Buster's. So it's a good idea to play Spin Out on half-off Wednesdays to make it more worth your while. This Frogger-like game is surprisingly addictive. It only has one button, and you press it to move your character forward while avoiding cars, trains, and water. Get far enough, and you can beat the high score to win the jackpot. The jackpot has been lowered to starting at 250 tickets. It does not give the most tickets, but there are other benefits to Crossy Road that make it a worthwhile ticket redemption game to play. You can check Crossy Road regularly for when the high score is lower. If it is low, then it can be an easy win for quick tickets. Another reason Crossy Road is so good for tickets is that you can win multiple jackpots in a row. This game takes a decent amount of skill and knowledge to beat. Once you are confident that you can dodge traffic and hop on logs, then you can start going for higher scores and lots of jackpots. This Spider-Man arcade game is very simple. Press a button when you get your Spidey sense on the screen. You need to do this quickly and with precise timing to beat the game. You will win the 500 ticket jackpot if you defeat the Vulture at the end of the game. It is tougher than it seems to win because you need to have really perfect button presses, as one miss will cause you to lose and start all over. Spider-Man Homecoming makes the list of best arcade games for tickets because of a few tricks that help you know if you can win easily. Like a decent amount of other arcade games, Spider-Man Homecoming has a rigged payout system. It will be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to win if not enough money has been spent on the machine. Though, if the payout threshold is met, then the game will go to an easier mode that allows players to win without too much effort. See the full guide below in the description to know how to find out when the game is in this easy mode. At that point, it becomes an arcade game where you can win a relatively easy 500 tickets. Of course, you can only do this once, as right after you win the game, it'll go back to the hard mode for a while. Gold Fishin takes a lot more luck than a lot of the games on this list. The ping pong balls that you throw bounce everywhere. It seems like all you can do is pray that they'll land in enough fish bowls to win the jackpot. There are some tips for throwing that can give you the best shot of landing in the center bowls for the most points. It also helps to play when the score to beat to win the jackpot is at its lowest, which is usually pretty often. You get above average tickets at 500 tickets for winning the jackpot. Gold Fishin' is a fun arcade game that I like to throw into my rotation when I go to Dave & Buster's. I'll play it a couple times to try and get lucky. The next section of games on this list are the top coin pushers to play for tickets. They are at the bottom of the list because coin pushers are not the best arcade games to win for tickets. It is possible to win a lot of tickets, but it'll also cost you a lot of chips and take a long time to collect all the cards that you need to redeem. There are tips and tricks for each coin pusher to help reduce the cost it'll take to win tickets. A lot of card collecting coin pushers will have one card in the set that is a lot more rare than the rest. If you know this rare card, then you can check the coin pusher for it and only play when you see it. Again, I'll provide links in the description for strategies to win tickets for each coin pusher. While not technically a coin pusher, Despicable Me Jelly Lab plays very similarly and has collectible cards that you can turn in for tickets. Despicable Me is the highest on the coin pusher list for tickets because it is also all skill instead of mostly luck like the others. You can time when you release a coin on the conveyor belt. If you know the right timing trick, which is explained in the guide below, you can land the coin on the card slot every time. Winning cards is easy on Jelly Lab. The difficult part is finding all the collectible minion cards in the set. If you collect them all, you can get a whopping 2,000 tickets. Despicable Me Jelly Lab's rare card is the Evil Minion. If you see this card, you should play to win it, and then the rest of the cards will be easier to get from there. The Star Trek coin pusher is one of the most popular coin pushers at Dave & Buster's. It has the same addicting gameplay where you drop a bunch of coins on the coin shelf to push them off the edge. You can get collectible cards and tokens as well. The Star Trek card sets have changed over the years. Check out the guide below to see exactly what Star Trek characters are available right now. The rare card also changes depending on what set is available. Again, it is important to know what card is super rare so that you can be on the lookout for it and snag it when you see it close to the edge. The Wizard of Oz coin pusher has the same gameplay and tips as the Star Trek one. This coin pusher just gives you another set of cards to collect and turn in for a ton of tickets. The Toto card is the rare card in this set. Make sure to play Wizard of Oz when you see this card at your arcade. These coin pushers can be relaxing, but also really addicting. You are always chasing that next card that drops onto the shelf. But be careful. Make sure you do not spend all your money to play these coin pushers. Just play enough to complete the set of cards that you're after. SpongeBob Pineapple Arcade has the highest amount of tickets that can be won. You get a whopping 3,000 tickets for turning in all 9 cards. That doesn't mean it's necessarily the best game to play for tickets, though. The coins in the SpongeBob coin pusher are hard to control, and they get shoved to the corners of the machine. It takes so long to push anything in the middle off the edge. Because of this, it'll cost you a lot of chips at Dave & Buster's to get the cards that you need. There are tips and tricks to help you win as fast as you can. The rare card on the SpongeBob coin pusher is the Gary card. Like some other coin pushers on this list, SpongeBob occasionally updates the card sets within the machines. Check the guide for new cards that are available. I hope you enjoyed my complete list of best ticket arcade games. Again, this is my opinion. You can play whatever you want at the arcade. Some games might be better for you than others. Try out new games and enjoy your time at the arcade. It's also important to not abuse the arcades that you play at. They need to make money too in order to stay in business. There have been many instances of Dave & Buster's changing settings on games or even getting rid of some of them that have been too easily won for tickets. Let me know what your favorite ticket redemption game is in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you.